Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back to Dominion 6. We've been having a bit of trouble lately, haven't we? We had the Meteor Barbarians and then the sort of holiday devils sort of thing. And both have kind of ended in some failures. So we're hoping to get back on track here and get a nice victory. I did a test. Well, I wanted to first see if I could just enable like every modded nation at the same time and see if the game worked and they all showed up and stuff. I can't confirm. Well, I didn't confirm if they all showed up because I'd have to really go through everyone and check. But it seemed like a lot were there. The only thing I didn't enable was the Warhammer mod because I think that specifically doesn't combine with some other stuff. So if we wanted to play Warhammer, we'd just pretty much play with Warhammer, which is fine. So then I went into a game just to see like if everything worked and blah blah blah, and it had different modded nations. Sorry, different modded nations in it. And while I was at it, I was like, okay, I want to do a test because all this time, you know, I've been very specifically disabling or keeping disabled Gnungaheim, that crazy celestial fire giant thing that was just like the easiest game we ever did. And I was like, okay, let me just go in there and let me just see how the AI would do. Because if I'm correct, a difficult AI is just going to make insane amounts of like their sacreds and their, you know, basic fire giant dude and just spam hundreds of them because they can afford it and just stomp all the other AI and stomp me. And so I put them in the game. I picked them as one of the nations specifically. I went into just 6-player game. And I didn't do anything. I just passed my turn over and over. And I didn't do anything. At the end of year 5, I got Dom killed, actually, because I forgot about that. Because I didn't even pick a prophet or anything. I just kept skipping turn while I was, like, eating dinner just to see. And I was looking at the charts, you know, and just seeing. And, yes, sure enough, Gnungaheim swept across the map like a fiery storm. And very quickly rocketed to the top of the provinces chart. And by year 5, they had actually gotten 3 of the 4 thrones needed. So they were on track to win. But what I didn't expect was the Hollow Nest faction that got thrown in there actually started to kind of surpass them. And actually took one of their thrones from them. And they were now at 3 thrones. And Gnungaheim was at 2 thrones. So Hollow Nest was on a fucking tear, and I suspect it's almost entirely due to those great sentries, because they could afford a shit ton of them, and they're an incredibly strong unit. That would be my suspicion, and maybe, you know, they just had like a greater unit variety, or they had better magic or something. I think it's often the case with those giant nations that they have extremely good early games, and then they struggle in the mid to late game, because they don't have... They usually lack in like strong magic paths or things like that, or different unit variety and things like that. But yeah, so Hollow Nest also really strong. In the long run, I think we'll keep Gnungaheim disabled because I don't really want to fight against that shit, and I know it's just going to piss me off. But yeah, I also am now worried about fighting against Hollow Nest, so keep that in mind. But if it works, we'll just keep all these modded nations enabled, because why not? More variety, it's all interesting. Until it just completely fucks me over, because modded nations are very much a little swingy on the balance. But alright, let's roll another random number. We gotta get a vanilla one this time, right? It's gotta happen. 222 nations. We are rolling a number... And we get 34. All right. Vanilla, unless I've already played this. Xibalba, Vigil of the Sun. I think that's EA Xibalba. All right. We're theoretically on board with that. And since it's a vanilla nation, I actually do get to maybe read up some info about what would be great. what would be not so great, but we'll give it our own assessment first. Let's just play on our large... yeah, we'll go back to the donut. Kind of like the donut. This is going to be Mangg's LPs 36, I think. EA. So you can see like how many options are going to be in there. It's a lot. Vigil of the Sun. And we will play with 6 AI. And should I make them all land? I mean, there is the option for the water guy, but we'll make them all land. Keep it interesting. Alright, Xibalba. Vast realm of dark caverns beneath the forests of Mictlan. Okay, so they have swarms of cheap, flying, stealthy cave dwellers. Cheap, flying, stealthy cave dwellers. There's so much of that sentence I don't really love. They prefer heat scale +1. Their military consists of flying, stealthy, light infantry, and scorpions. Their magic is death, blood, earth, fire, some air, and nature. Okay. They have average priests, and they can perform blood sacrifice. They get sloth limit +1, which I also never like to see. And heat limit +1, of course. They get standard forts, and their cave forts increase gold, resources, recruitment points by 15%. So they are a cave underground nation, which we haven't done. Well, we did Hollow Nest, I suppose, but it wasn't much underground. Alright, so commanders, we got a scout here, I guess. But he's got, well, he's not really, because he's got leadership 75, and he's a noble and commander. So it's a Zotz, so it's a flying unit, cold-blooded. You got Ashina cavalry somewhat randomly. This might be a bug. I can't imagine we actually have Ashina cavalry from the Mirror Point mod. So yeah, I wouldn't really make this anyways. But yeah, that's a bit of an oddity there. Okay. Xibalban Scorpion Trainer. So also stealthy, flying, cold-blooded, blah, 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 blind. Beastmaster +3, though. So they give +3 morale to any beasts. And we apparently have some scorpions to look at, so that might be viable. A Jaw. Sacred Priest, level 1. I think all priests are sacred, right? Isn't that just default part of it? Anyways, 100 leadership with a gold star. Already miles ahead of the fucking Christmas faction we played as. Ridiculous. Yep. So it's a level 1 priest with 100 leadership, which is always nice to see, because then I don't have to send along priests to bless shit. I can just have these as commanders. A Jaw Canek, level 2 priest, sacred, 150 leadership. I love it. They are old, though, and that is not so lovable. Not so lovable at all. Nakom. Nakom. Level 1 blood, level 1 priest, 7 research. Uninspiring -1, causes unrest, blood searcher. Right, so these are your blood hunters. Chilan. Level 1 earth, level 1 death, level 1 holy. Sacreds. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't really need to mention that, I don't think. Fortune Teller 10 is always nice. Okay. We're getting close to usable. Akeen. Level 1 fire, level 1 priest, and then another earth, death, or blood. Yeah. Again, still not quite what I'd want to make. It's death 1, blood 1, and then air, earth, death, or blood. So we could get 2 deaths out of these guys, but most likely you're just going to have a bit of a mix. I suppose they're also good blood hunters. Hamazots. 4 recruitment points. Death 2, blood 1, and then another air, earth, death, or blood. So you could get death 3. Air 1, death 2, blood 2, They get Blood Searcher. Akin Konek. Fire 2, Earth 1, Death 1, Holy 2, and then another Earth, Death, or Blood. Now you're speaking my language. There are only 2 recruitment points. They are kind of pricey. They're also sacreds. So, possible thug chassis here. You know, if they get 2 death, they can grab the Death Booster Staff and cast Soul Vortex. They could get Earth Boots and then cast Temper Flesh as well. They're sacred, you know, so they can do stuff like that. I think you can get a Fire Booster to do Phoenix Pyre. I mean, this could be a pretty insane thug if we wanted to kit one out. I always say that, and we rarely do. But it's a thought. And then Onaki. Here you go. Speaking of thugs. Quite pricey. 790 gold. Death 3, Nature 1, Blood 3, Holy 2. And then another Fire, Death, Nature, or Blood. 10% chance for another one. And they are Dominion Monster Summoners. Beast Bats. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, you'd build this because you want a thug, really. Okay, our units. We get Large Scorpion. Just shockingly cheap. This is the cheapest unit I've ever seen. 1 gold, 1 resource, 2 recruitment points. It would be very easy to just make like 100 of these every turn. But, caveat, they're pretty fucking useless. 1 hit point, 1 protection. Size 1, so 10 of these are in a square. But 8 attack, length 0 with 1 pierce damage. Max 1 point of damage. Attacks with this weapon cannot be repelled. Interesting. And it does weak poison. 5 armor negating poison. Interesting. Huh. There might be... I mean, strength doesn't matter, so you can't strength buff them or anything like that. I don't know. I don't know if that's any sort of viable strategy, but it's kind of funny. Giant Scorpion. Also incredibly cheap. 5 gold, 1 resource, 2 recruitment points. They're basically twice as good in some way. They get 5 hit points, size 2, so still 5 to a square. 5 protection. 3 MR. 50 morale, though, is... Was that true? 50 morale, really? So what the fuck is the point of the Scorpion Tamer? I got 50 morale. Is this a bug? Should I be looking this up? Let me go to EA Xibalba. Large Scorpion. 50 morale. That's not a bug. That's what it is. I'm not sure the point of the Scorpion Tamer then. Maybe if the Scorpion Tamer had tight rain, but he doesn't. But I guess there might be some other summons. Right. Okay, so they'll really almost never rout until you lose 75% of your army. 11 attack, 6 defense. They get a sting, 5 piercing damage. And this, they do get their strength. So you could use, you know, Gift of Giant Strength or Giant Strength Warriors or something. And that would be pretty significant. You bump this up to 9 piercing, armor piercing. And doing poison. This could be a bit more viable. And 5 to a square. Interesting. As for our regular units, we have Xibalban Warriors, which can also be recruited in all forests and caves, so pretty much everywhere. So they're flying. And we return to our days of trying Calum. and my just inability to handle an army of flying units. But we don't have just an army of flying units now, do we? We have scorpions. Anyways, 7 hit points, 0 protection, 11 MR, 9 morale, 9 defense. They have length 3 lances, attack 10, 9 piercing, charge bonus for first strike. It's not really a charge, it's just the first strike you do on each unit. Gets a nice bonus, which is pretty good. Then a different Xibalban warrior that has Obsidian Club Sword instead for 15 bludgeoning or slashing damage, length 2. That might just be better, I would say. I'd probably say that's just better. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember what the charge bonus exactly is. They do cost 1 more resource, but still, pretty dirt cheap. Xibalban Dart Thrower. Okay, pretty much same stats. They get a mace, and they get Obsidian Dart range 7. They have 4 shots with this, but it's really not... Well, you know, I guess maybe with a strength buff, but everything's better with a strength buff. Yeah, I don't know. They are flying, but I still am not sure how that interacts with ranged weapons. I don't think it does at all. They're not going to fly to the back and shoot darts at the back, which is probably what you'd want, but it's not going to happen. I don't think. Xibalban Guard. Okay. We get up close to, like, a standard infantry cost here. 8 hit points, 8 protection, 11 MR, 11 morale, 10 defense. They're flying. They have bodyguard 2. Obsidian club swords. Yeah. I mean, this is... You'd make them for the bodyguards, and I rarely do that, unfortunately. I know I should. I'm very well aware I should. I lose a lot of mages for dumb reasons. Yeah. Alright, then we have the Xibalban Scorpion. You're limited to 15 of these per turn. They have 16 hit points, size 4. So you could have one of these and then 2 of the giant scorpions in a square. No. Those are size... Yeah. Yeah, 2 of the other ones. No, they're size 2. These are size 1. Right, fuck. That's so weird. You, like, never see size 1 stuff. So you could have 3 of the giant scorpions with these. 12 protection, 8 MR, 15 morale. So these do not have the 50 morale. They get a pincer attack for 15 damage, armor piercing, and the scorpion tail. Length 2, 14 piercing, not armor piercing, but a death poison, 35 armor negating. They're going to still die quite often. But 12 protection, 16 hit points is pretty good, especially in mass. That's why they're limited to 15 a turn, because otherwise it would be pretty obscene. Okay, and lastly, the Sun Guide. So our Sacreds, getting more up there in price, depending on how much you tank your scales, I suppose. This isn't costly for me, you know. 9 hit points only, 13 protection, 12 MR, 13 morale. They're fire resistant 5, cold-blooded, of course, bodyguard 3s. They got obsidian shard blades, 19 magic slashing. There's a 2-handed weapon with length 2, 15 attack. Pretty solid weapon there, and armor of the sun on. No shields, of course. But depending on a good defensive buff or something, they would wreak quite a lot of havoc in the rear. Okay. Xibalba summons. So we can summon Onaki. We can summon Jaguar Commanders. Air 2, Nature 4, Blood 2, Holy 3. Okay, hold on. This can't be easy to summon. Balalm of the North. Conjuration 7. Balam of the West. Yeah, it's all Conjuration 7 for these Balams. They shape change into Zots. Give a supply bonus of 40, which is pretty great. That's high Conjuration for us, though. Then we have the Chalks. So these are even higher. These are Conjuration 8, but you get Air 4, Water 3, Holy 3. They're Sacreds, Flying, Cold, Shock Resist, Shock 25, Storm Immunity, Thunder Axe with a range 40, Lightning Attack. Again, like heavy thug chassis for sure. But that's very high end. We can summon Jaguars, and they are Sacred. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, they're, well, 19 hit points is very nice. How are we getting these? Summon Jaguars, Conjuration 3. You get 25 of them for 20 gems? At Conjuration 3. Well, that's pretty strong. I mean, you have to bless all of them. Which, you know, you have your Prophet. You do have some level 2 priests. Including the, you know, commanders and stuff. So, you know. But then, if you get up to Conjuration 7, you can get the Balams, and they can do Divine Blessing. But yeah, like a nice defensive bless on these things. Pretty fucking ridiculous. Ocelotls, also Sacred. 33 hit points, size 5, 6 protection, 11 defense. But look at these attacks. 3 attacks, and 18 slashing, 16 slashing, 16 slashing, and they're flying. Good lord. I don't know. I'm feeling etherealness or yeah, I'm feeling etherealness right now. That's what I'm leaning towards. Etherealness or fortitude. Both would be pretty strong. Beast Bats. 19 hit points. 4 protection only. 15 MR. 12 morale. 13 defense is pretty solid. You get Venomous Fangs. 10 piercing. And 50 poison armor negating. But problem with them is it's length 0. I guess their defense is pretty solid. But I feel like they'd get repelled quite a bit. But yeah, okay. Depends on, well, let's see. Ocelotls is blood 4. You only get 3 of those Ocelotls for 16 blood slaves. And then the Beast Bats, you get... It's 8 blood slaves for 3 Beast Bats. I don't know, it's hard to beat the Jaguars for efficiency. And then Sacred Scorpion, the biggest of boys. 48 hit points, size 7, 17 protection. They're poison resistant. They get 2 18 damage pincers, armor piercing, which will hit basically anything. And a Scorpion Tail, 17 piercing with a 35 armor negating death poison. Yeah, that's pretty strong. So the Sacred Scorpion, Conjuration 3, 2 Earth Gems. You obviously only get 1 because they're pretty damn ridiculous, but still, that is early. And it's a... So at Conjuration 3, you get the Sacred Scorpions for Earth Gems and the Jaguars for Nature Gems. Just a lot more Nature Gems. Okay, well... well... My impression then is to just take a strong defensive bless. Get as many of those sacred animals as we can get. Get some sun guides where we can. And then everything else would just be like Xibalban warriors. And then we just have our horde of animals, including the giant scorpions, obviously, charging in. Yeah, scorpions, Xibalban warriors, any sacreds we have charging in. And then you've got the sun guides and the Xibalban warriors flying to the back and just shredding on both fronts. That's my impression. Let's see what this guide has to say about EA Xibalba. Difficulty hard. Great. Okay, so, for a major bless, he recommends attack skill and quickness. Yeah, I could see that. Or 10 shock resistance, DS, or 10 CR. Okay, CR is cold resistance. DS. I have to look at all his little acronym list here. Oh, defense skill. Right. Yeah. So defense skill or 10 cold resistance, strength, magic weapons, Stygian flesh, regen, and blood bond. Huh. Regen and blood bond is a very strong combo, especially on our big scorpions. No, not those. These guys. So blood bond means that you will split. You'll like half of the damage you take, if any, will spread to any other sacred blessed units within like 5 squares of you. Meaning that each unit really is only going to be taking like half damage. And then regen recovers that. And so they can recover from, you know, a barrage of attacks that normally they might not be able to regen from because half of the damage is being spread out. And everyone is regenning because they're all sacred and blessed. It's a very powerful combo we haven't really done before. I think it's very strong for these scorpions. I don't know if it's a great choice for our normal sacreds, the Sun Guide. With only 9 hit points, regen, no matter what, is just going to be essentially useless. But, I mean, he recommends, like, regen and blood bond on, like, multiple ones of his pretenders. He does have a scale recommendation with double strength, magic weapons, strength of blood, and blood surge. So not a very super strong bless. But blood surge is certainly always good. Okay, so let's see here. Sun Guide he calls a cheap and mediocre flying sacred with a magic weapon. Beast Bats he calls flying demon chaff with dark vision 100. The Ocelotls he calls awesome flying demons with high strength, 3 attacks, dark vision 100, and 33 HP. The Xibalban Scorpion, okay meat shield with 2 attacks, high morale, HP, and decent protection with low defense. Large Scorpion can be used as cheap patroller and chaff. 1 capped AP attacks can apply poison. And the Giant Scorpion, similar to large, but can actually deal damage and be buffed with strength. Yeah, that was my assessment. Okay. They have a lot of national spells for sacred summons. Nation also has a lot of heroes. Multi-hero assassin. Blah, 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 blah. Xibalba has a really crappy starting army. Recruit 10 giant scorpions to beef it up. Hold and attack rear archers. Rear/archers with your flyers. And prey. Great. For expansion parties, recruit 10 giant/Xibalban scorpions with 30 to 40 Xibalban guards led by Batab, or 60 to 80 Xibalban warriors with the obsidian sword led by Ajah Khanek, who can beef up the morale of your bats a lot with their +2 leadership as well as Sermon of Courage. Focus on easy provinces at the beginning. Generally, you want around twice as many bats as the independent troops in the province to take acceptable losses. With some practice and Xibalban guards, you can often take the provinces with fewer. Against heavy cavalry, use large scorpions led by scorpion trainers to eat up the lance charges and hold attention until your bats finish with the backline commanders. With a heavy bless, recruit as many Onaki as possible in the capital to start spawning beast bats. With a scales build, focus on Xibalban guards and Its/Kamazats. Okay. Right, so the Onaki are the big boy command. These things. And these will free spawn those sacred beast bats for us, which are pretty good. Says to research Blood 4 for Ozelotls and Bloodlust ASAP. And get several Akin to summon as many Aussies as possible. So he's very big on the Ozelotls. I mean, I could see them absolutely shredding, yes. And I do think, in that case, Blood Bond, Regen is a pretty damn strong option. Okay, so we're going to be involved with Blood, no doubt. So his option for a major bless is the Great Kamazats. That's if we just want to go big bless, big ballin' bless time. For an awake super combatant, he recommends the Tetio Anan, which I have heard is one of the best. I mean, it's freaky looking, but it's one of the best actual, like, expander chassis possible. It's got 4 attacks, does death poison. It's got the snake skirt, which gets 5 attacks, dealing weak poison. It's got earth, nature, blood, which is a very strong combo. It's got a fear aura, unsurroundable. And it's got the full lineup of gear possible. So it's not the best. I'm not saying turn 1 blind expanding. Although it does come with 2d6 horned serpents at her side. But in the long run, this can be a very powerful super combatant. Or even in, like, you know, after like a handful of turns with some good buffs. And a decent blast. Yeah, okay. So the Great Kamazats is the little guy. Which allows us to get quite a lot of blessing going on. But that's if we were iffy on scales. And to be fair, it is not much of a scales nation, which is always what makes me concerned. But yeah, I mean, our dudes are not that strong. I can make hundreds upon hundreds of them with high scales, but for what end? They will die in droves with 9 morale. The guards have 11 morale, which is definitely better. Okay, so what did we want for a bless then? We want Blood Bond, we want Regen. I think he said strength is, yeah, strength's always strong. Defense skill. Stygian Flesh. These are all good options. Stygian Flesh, especially on unarmored. You know, they have protection 6. Go 10 invulnerability is pretty damn good. So yeah, we'd be looking at Stygian Flesh. We'd be looking at Regeneration. And we'd be looking at Blood Bond. We're already in the hole by 2. for bless points. We're gonna have some shitty-ass scales here, then. I mean, he took Turmoil 2, Sloth 2, Heat 2, Growth. Oh, he actually took Growth. Misfortune 1, Drain. Yeah, okay. Pretty much a Hell Bless. But we don't have to go quite as extreme as he did. We are going to take Heat, because we're cold-blooded, so we always want to be fighting in Heat. I think we can take Turmoil 1, Sloth 1, which already puts us pretty far ahead. Took Growth. We want decent Dominion. So he took Drain 1. Let me look at our mages real quick. What's like our spammable one that we're going to be close to that? Yeah. Fire 1, Earth 1's pretty weak. It can get actually Death 2. Amazotz is like our actually good mage. Akin Kanek. Yeah, I mean, I guess if we have an abundance of money, this is what we'd be making every turn in our capital. Because it's a damn solid mage, but they're old, so they're going to be cycled through. You know, you could take Unaging. Or we'd have to take Magic Scale for that. So you'd have to do like that, and then somehow get bless points elsewhere. So I don't know about that. And he recommends get several Akin to summon as many Aussies as possible. Because it's a what kind of spell to summon this Ozelotls? It is Blood 1, Fire 1. So a third of our Akin will be able to do it. And that's pretty much the option you're looking at if you want to summon them. So, okay. Yeah, that's going to be our main, and they're not going to be great at research. 9 research is rough. Shit, man. I don't know about taking Drain. I think we maybe take some Misfortune? We're gonna have to go worse than that. So if we nix the Growth, then we can get that, and that's exactly what we can have. That's with an Awake expander, but again, I don't think I ever need it. I think we just... But, then again... The thing is like... Yeah, if we get the Onaki, he can just start making Sacreds for us. And if we can just get to Conjuration 3, we can start cranking out Sacred Scorpions. And we'd only need like 5 Sacred Scorpions to be pretty ridiculous with this Bless. If I took Drain... Do I need more Dominion, is the question. If we're not going to be recruiting Sacreds, I guess not really. So we could get even more of a Bless, which would be, in his recommendation, attack skill, shock resistance, defense skill, cold resistance, strength, magic weapons. Man, Dominion's 5 was really kind of nuts with Bless points, huh? So, yeah, I mean, Strength of the Earth, we could get that. Magic weapons, I'd have to go... I mean, no way. No way we get magic weapons. Not with these 3 things. So I could get an attack skill, a defense skill, And that's kind of about it. Or some sort of resistance. Does one defense make... I mean, I guess every point does make a difference. That is true. So we could go water instead. Grab a defense skill. I don't know. It seems wild. Again, I'm very concerned about this because we just went over this like the last couple times where I'm like, oh, this doesn't seem like a Scales Nation. I guess I gotta go Sacreds. And then I'm like, at the end, I'm like, fuck, I hate this, so why don't I have Scales? But yeah, that's what it is. I mean, it has a Scales option. He presents it as a possibility. You just have a lot of Xibalban guards and stuff. But I don't know, I feel like I'd fall in the same trap as I did with Calum, where you just can't outfly everything, you know? But we could have a lot of fucking scorpions. A lot of friggin' scorpion. Remember, he's, this is all from a multiplayer perspective. Things that dominate in single player are different than multiplayer. Oh, we're playing against Arya. Or are we? No, I think it might just say that no matter what. Yeah, I think it says that no matter what. We're playing against Lanka, Helheim, Tahuya. Oh, Tahuya, nice. The Centaur Minotaur combo, Native Americans. The Kyun, oh boy. And Shabazz. With giraffes. Giraffe riders. Oh boy. And yeah, Tahuya with the centaurs. Helheim is like, it's a vanilla one. They have the, they've got some sacreds that are going to be pretty nasty, I imagine. Lanka has the apes. A lot of archers and stuff. Alright, so we start with our guy ready to go, which is partly why you might be able to finagle some drain, because he's going to have 52 research, which is pretty big. So Onakis cost 790 gold. It's just, yeah, it's just not going to fly early on. I mean, I'd basically have to buy nothing this turn. But we could then have one. He does cause unrest. So we'd kind of want to get him out of the capital. But then he could just start spawning the bats. I don't think he recommends that. I mean, he does kind of recommend it. But we do need, yeah, because I don't think, I mean, yeah, we've got the research, sort of. But I don't need to build anything else. So, we'd want guards. We could get quite a few guards. And we could get quite a few scorpions. That cuts into our money a lot. We can get 3 giants for every 1 Xibalban. Granted, you know, 1 Xibalban's probably worth at least 3 giants. But it's hard to say. Okay, that's what we're getting. And then I think we're going to want a Scorpion Tamer. Okay. For research, he recommends Blood 2 as fast as possible. You get Bind Beast Bats for 8 Blood Slaves. And also you get Bowl of Blood, which lets you do remote searching for blood sites. And there are blood sites. So that's probably smart. And then Conjuration 3. Get our Summon Sacred Scorpion. Summon Jaguars. Yeah. Okay. Feel like we're gonna have some trouble, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. Alright. Well, 220 ghouls is probably not what we want to do for our first fight. We got Beck Rides or Pale Ones. Up top we have Hoburg Militias. Interesting. Well, we probably want more of our guards. They're just better. Okay. Alright, we'll go fight the Pale Ones. The one spot not in our dominion here. Great. Yeah, I just think we want to get some more money than that. Alright, and, Giant Scorpions. Let's evolve in Scorpions. 6 speed, 8 speed. I guess we do want the big ones to kind of get hit first. We'll see how it goes, shall we? Come on, right here, baby. Right here. Yes, perfect. Incredible. Oh, incredible. Butchered him. Holy shit. That was wrong. That was strong as hell. We lost 1 guard, 1 warrior. No problem. We got Algana, the Jaundice Demon. Right. What the hell? Oh, so we got a free Onaki. That's pretty strong. Also, he's a Reaper. Unrest and Deadly Disease spread in its wake. He's got a Poison Cloud, Causes Unrest 5, Disease Explosion on Death, Death Power, and a Dominion Monster Summoner. Okay, well, why don't you go here, sir? Stay far away from me and my kids. Now this is 120 Soulless and Long Dead Horsemen. But... maybe. We're close to being able to afford an Onaki. Maybe if I scrap everything. Okay, we can get one. It's gotta be worth it, right? Very deadly disease spreading in Cold Hollows. 130 people have died. Yeah. He's gonna be a problem, isn't he? Ooh, shredded my scorpions there. God damn. Ew, that's no good. Yeah, those horsemen are just fucking always ridiculous, man. And I know it. I've used those plenty of times. Well, there goes my profit, so that was kind of dumb. He's gonna kill a lot of people. Alright. Beast bat. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can disease someone. It's really only good against thugs. I guess you just blood boil. Okay, well, we can get another one. Barely. We really like beast bats, man. This is a very unusual strategy for me. Probably should put a lab there, but hey, who has money? Disease Soulless. Now, he doesn't seem to be... So he's not summoning beast bats. He's summoning diseased soulless, who are pretty shitty. 0 protection, no ethereal, 1 defense. Pierce resistant, I guess. Sure. And they cause disease on touch. What the guys, just... Ugh. Miserable. I almost want to just send him in there and have him spam, like... banishment or whatever and try and kill this undead. But I think he would need some sort of buff to actually survive that. $3,800 people died. Great. Yes, I mean, causes unrest, so that's a problem. But I think if we just have someone on constant patrol, it's not the end of the world. So we also want to start blood searching. Feel like I'm condemning all those scorpions to death, but I guess we'll see. So now these bats... Okay, so they have 19 hit points. They have 10 protection versus mundane attacks. They have 14 defense, 15 MR, 15 morale. They regenerate 10%, and they spread any damage to other sacreds nearby. Keep getting caught on that route. Lost all 4 beast bats. Oh boy. That's questionable. I mean, we need numbers, right? We need way more numbers than that for that strat to work. So we're just throwing them away. Right now, I probably shouldn't even take them into battle. And that was admittedly Beck rides, which was going to be tough no matter what. We'll just search. Three units have been cursed. Great. Fucking undead everywhere, man. I didn't find a single magic site. Oh my god. This game is gonna be booked. Alright, we got Conjuration 3, so now we can summon Sacred Scorpions and Jaguars, assuming we had gems. What else does you recommend researching? You should aim for 200 to 300 blood slaves per turn in mid-game. Well, that's something I certainly have never done. Research Blood 4 for Ocelotos and Bloodlust ASAP. Right, Blood 4. Find Jaguar Fiends. And Bloodlust in combat the whole battlefield. Awakens the Bloodlust demons, giving them increased strength during battle for 1 blood slave. Yeah, and we can get temp blood save items, so that's not bad. Okay. How are we doing? Well, we're not on bottom. Shabazz is having some trouble with it, but Tahuya, when there's centaurs, the Bitors. Eventually, buddies. Eventually, it'll be your time. I guess you can go here. No, you can't lead undead units. But we're cutting into our income now. We're cutting into our... We have no income. Fuck! Alright, you're coming with. Not good. It's not good. Pretty sure I need these guys or something with Earth. Earth Death. That would be these guys. Possibly. 25% of them. Unless there was a different option. Oh, 33% of the Akin. Oh, that's what I want anyways. Okay. And we got no money whatsoever, and we'll never have money ever again. Sure, become a prophet. Right, we didn't script bats that he just spawns that turn. Oh no, he comes in with bats. Oh my god, the poison cloud. I'm an idiot. Oh my god. They killed 31, 36. I lost 52. Any guesses why? His fucking poison cloud. Oh my god, it's miserable down here. Fucking hell. Okay, you know, we're gonna stop this before we even begin. That was what, 36? Okay, so fuck. No, we're not repeating the same mistake a third game in a row. Fuck all that. Damn it. Xibalba. Difficult. Standard. I think I said all land. Yeah. Okay. So fuck all that. Give me a goddamn crystal soul or some big shit. Sure, I'll take the big crystal. And give me imprisoned. And just, I mean, okay, we don't really need... I don't remember now, but sure. That's what I want. That's what I fucking want. There you go, done. And we'll pick something that might still be useful, like displacement could be useful. And I don't think we can get much else than that. But we can get Strength of the Earth. Blur won't stack. So fuck it, no display. Blur. Hard skin, strength of the earth, heroism, because just for the memes. Done. Sick of this. Cave strength. Yes, that's what we're all about. Cave strength. I want my 300 scorpions and my 300 guards, and we'll play that. That I understand. Yes, I'm sure in multiplayer this will get absolutely fucking dumped on, but we're not playing that, are we? I already saw the path that was taking. Okay. So, no Ona keys. Get out of here. And we'll take, yeah, we want a lot of guards. Many guards. And many scorpions. There, we can only get 15 of those. Good. And then get me the Akin. Done. For research... I mean, I'm just more comfortable. Yeah, I mean, fuck. Blood is just so tricky to me, always, forever. I do need to play EA Micklin at some point just to force myself to get into blood economy, but it's always just like, why bother? There's just other things I can do that aren't blood, you know? Like, yeah, the beast bats probably are good, although you only get 3 of this, but I mean, again, you're meant to just have, like you said, like 250 blood slaves a turn, and then you have 30 blood mages all casting this like every turn. Then you have a lot of beast bats that are all really sacred and strong. Like, I get it, but boy, you're adding like a whole other economy thing here that I can't just increase the scales and give me blood slaves. Like, it's a lot of management. So for now, just get conjuration. That I understand. Really? Oh yeah, these are mindless and these are not. Interesting. Well, then maybe I would rather have the big ones. Certainly do need a better commander, but I probably can handle this. So what's our better commander? The Awjaw Konek is 150, but he's old. He'd probably be fine with that. It's 145 gold, though. Ugh. Okay, just cast Sermon of Courage a couple times, and then Word of Stone. We understand this. God damn it. I pressed G for Guard Commander again. Okay. Alright. This should be pretty similar to what we did the first time. Probably could have put the Scorpions further up, but... There you go. Club them down, club them down, club them down. Okay. 3 guards died. Perfectly livable numbers. What's not livable is this fucking income. Jesus. Three more guards. I will accept this attrition every turn. I understand it. I embrace it. I was molded by this. Okay. Yes. 100 leadership is pretty good. Right. That's fine. That's fine. Hold and attack rear. What these... Wait, what? Oh, these count as magic beans? Oh, you do want the fucking... Scorpion Trainer. 100 magic leadership. Okay, that makes more sense. And yeah, you know what? I do want... Yeah, I think the large... That's what I want. Fuck me up. Yeah, we could start blood hunting, I suppose. Because we want to cast Blood Bowl to find blood sites. We're all about blood. I'd like to be all about gold. The universal currency. Yeah, that's fine. Probably could kill the Shades. That's 114 income. Okay, so hold an attack rear, and then we have a lot of undisciplined shit. Just throw it all in there. Who are we playing against? Pyrene. Yep, EA Pyrene. They got a couple giants, but mostly it's just pretty good infantry. Katis, of course. What the fuck? Okay, I think we ran into a problem with just enabling every modded faction. And this is the second thing from Mirror Point, so I think we should disable Mirror Point unless we're going to play with it. Because I don't like the idea of the AI just being able to summon an infinite amount of Abritases that cost 0 gold, 0 resources, and 2 recruitment points. That doesn't seem fair. He didn't get anything ridiculous. Val didn't get anything ridiculous. Shinar didn't get anything ridiculous. And Tahuya didn't get anything. So, has that affected anything? Who did we say that was? Katis? Well, they exist. I mean, I don't know if they will recruit it or not, but the fact that he can is quite concerning. May have to scrap the whole game. Yes, my army of scorpions. Yeah, a little tricksy there, but we got him. We lost 38 giant scorpions. They will die in mass, apparently. No surprise there. I mean, yeah, we mostly want the Xibalbans. Much better. But yeah, this is, we're in a fight like that with a Shade Lord that we had to concentrate on for a while. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, I could get the Sun Guides and just to throw them in. They are kind of high in recruitment points, though. Whereas I could get... Yeah, I guess I can't get many, no matter what. Because these guys are pretty big on recruitment points. Alright, I'm going to compromise with that. I don't want to sacrifice too many of just good, well, you know, actual soldiers for more expensive, like a smaller number of more expensive units, because that's what's gotten me trouble in, gotten me in trouble in the past. Yeah, just keep going for some good old Akin. We do have Conjuration 3. So if I had an Earth guy, which I don't, could start summoning stuff. Maybe you should do... Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so as blood hunters, they're really quite weak. We might want to upgrade to something stronger to do our blood hunting. What does he recommend for blood hunting? As it's, which is what we're making Akin. These have Blood Searcher 1. Oh, because these for the Ozelotls, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So if I do hold and attack archers, they will fly to archers? Is this confirmed? Oh, I do have an earth guy. Bind Scorpion Beast. That's not what our thing is. Summon Sacred Scorpions. Earth Death. Shit. But I guess I'll have you start searching for Earth Gems, because we'll want a lot of Sacred Scorpions. And then you're gonna go take this. How is, Okay. I mean, Katis is obviously, they're not fielding 50 Daughters of Abritas. So that's good, at least. Maybe they won't, because it's not like, you know, they have a script or something. They won't, you know, they won't buy it because it's not in the script. But I don't know how it works. Okay, Scorpion's probably a bit further up. We really don't mind if they get into combat. And we don't want the guys to turn around. Hey, found a magma cave. 6 more guards and a warrior, but the Scorpions lost nothing and got 21 kills. Probably because they're just... What's happening is we're flying back to the rear, we're killing the commander, the guys all rout, our Scorpions swoop in and sting them in the ass, but the guys are routing into our Xibalban guards, and that's where they're dying. But overall, it's still very acceptable for how many we're making. And this, you know, again, I know it, I understand it, it's something I can live with. Starting to get some money built up. This is good, this is good. We got a magma cave for another earth gem per turn. Yes, we just need to get that precious earth death combo. Come on, 25% of you guys should be on it. I think we stopped blood hunting. Why don't you blood hunt, please? And yeah, I mean, you should be going all over the place. But I also don't really want to hurt my income. And look at the nice income here. Crystal Cave. It has low income? What? 167. Oh, because of the Great Gold Mine. Incredible. Now that's flat. Flat. 150 gold. Which means that normally this place has 17 income. But it's also not high population. So if we wanted a blood hunt, we'd have to go to one of these, and that is going to hurt our income. So what we would like is like a decent population with a gold mine. But, you know, you're always going to be at penalty for blood hunting. There's no way around it. We probably could give these guys some guard. Can I give you these? Oh. Scorpion guards. No, they can't. No, they're not bodyguards. Do we have any bodyguards? Yeah, the Xibalban. Okay. Alright. I will actually do that, because I don't want to lose these guys to nonsense like that. And we did... Okay. After that... You know, you recommend just going all the way to 4 for buying Jaguar Fiends. I could see that. I could see that. But if we wanted... I mean, what usable magic are we actually going to have in combat? Death 2, Camazotz, Horde of Skeletons, done. I mean, it's just like... I hate to do it over and over, but... Yeah, I probably should engage with blood a bit more. But we might. We might. That Bloodlust did sound kind of good, but I think that only really affects... Nice, good. I think that only really affects the Ocelotls. We're not demons. These aren't demons. None of this is demons. It's specifically for the Ocelotls, which he is a very big fan of. He does mention Horde of Skeletons. Your Camazotz and any death random its can take enemy provinces with Horde of Skeletons. Like this guy. Yeah, but we gotta get Enchantment 5, and that's easier said than done. That's a Drip Cave, excellent resources. There's a Crystal Cave, excellent resources. Drip Cave and River. Okay, the population is good here. I might build a fort there, but we'd probably benefit. We're not short on resource. We'd probably benefit from ports in both these spots, actually. So, why don't you... let's send an it's out. Okay, Bakula. Why don't you take these guys on guard, and you go here to build a fort. Found a Chasm of Strange Lights. Yeah, a little tougher on that one with all the long deads. And lost a bit more, but acceptable numbers. Okay, it's not amazing, but a decent blood hunting spot. Struck Palisade. Do have blood too. So you could be casting Bowl of Blood every turn. Another Earth Gem every turn. Did we get the Death Earth guy? We didn't get a Death Earth guy yet. What the fuck? How is such a thing possible? Hidden Gold Deposit. 8 Blood Slaves. Another pretty good victory. Gold. Okay, see? You just can't go wrong with scales. I don't care what the nation is. I don't care what their troops look like. In single player, scales can win. I mean, you can't just make you can't just sit here and make, like, okay, I'm just going to make 1,000 Xibalban guards, and I'm going to go around a big Doomstack and beat the game. Like, against difficult AI, they will outnumber you. there's no way around that. But that's why we don't just rely on that. We do a little tricksy stuff here and there. We try to be a little smarter than that. Try. And then why don't we get yeah, we're doing good on money now, so why don't we get another it's you. We will give you guards, because these guys are all going to be blood hunting in a second. We're going to go there to build another palisade, so we can have more money. I'm building forts everywhere down here, because I'm crazy. Yeah. Okay. We could probably get another Ajaw. And another Scorpion Tamer. Nice. That's a pair and a half. I probably should have gone for a level 2 guy, right? Level 2 priests. How many of these do we have? 32. He can do 5 squares. Size 3, so it's 9 at a time. 9 at a square. Times 5 is 40. Yeah, he probably should be fine. Okay, so we're going to take you, and we're going to take you, and you're going to go topside, I think. And you are going to cast Blessing twice, and then I don't really care. You're just going to stay behind. Scorpions up front. You know what? I am going to separate these out. Hold and attack rear, hold and attack archers. We'll do it that way. And we're going to go slightly to the side just to ensure. Tries to get full saturation there. And we'll go that way. Double checking on Katis. Yeah, I mean, he's doing well, but I would expect him to do alright. And of course, he's got the most dominion. So I don't think there's any shenanigans going on. I guess maybe I could go here to see. Oh, yeah, okay. That's fine. That's fine. We don't need one of those again. Just get me the... Yeah, no, just keep getting it's for now. Fine. That's all fine. Okay. Well. Perhaps I spoke too soon. Fuck! Ibritas, the daughter of the cosmos, has claimed the throne of the moon. Well, this game might be quite fucked. But we'll let it roll for now. Yeah, on the retreat. A little painful on the retreat, but we got him. Got Palisade in the caverns. Good. You can just upgrade that. And Pyrene is down here. Oh, but there's also a great gold... Man, there's great gold mines everywhere down here. Well, we'll see how Pyrene feels about us as we break out of the underground into a new world. Hidden gold deposit again. Which one was this? Okay, this is the usual group we had. I mean, they are pretty nasty in mass like that. That's painful. Yeah, we didn't lose any on that one. All right, and this is the second group that has the sacreds now. The sun guides. Hopefully it gets pretty good saturation. All right, so yeah, much weaker bless here. They get blur, so they have enemies have -2 against them, putting their defense effectively at 11. It's not amazing, but it's there, unless they have true sight or something. And then they have the +1 strength, so they swing for 20 slashing, and the heroism, so if they survive, they will get plenty of experience. I mean, just fucking butcher. And yet some of them didn't end up there. I'd prefer if you guys worked together a little bit, because then that costs me 5 sun guides. That's a whole turn's worth. Let's hope we don't repeat that too often. Alright, we're keeping unrest pretty manageable here. I don't think you normally want to do a whole lot of blood hunting in your capital, but one guy blood hunting, not the end of the world. Okay, well, we broke out. We're next to a throne here with Amazons and Jade Maidens. That's kind of painful, but yeah, we'll keep moving around. We're also next to a throne here. Heavy Infantry, Slinger, and Warrior Illusions. Well, honestly, our Sun Guides are not bad against the Warrior Illusions, and we have magic weapons. There's also a throne here. Not bad. I think we want to probably build a palisade here, actually. Okay. We will just recruit a commander to do that. And Bob's your uncle. I can also get more Xibalban Scorpions and guards here if we want to just amass a big army. We also could, theoretically, if we wanted, start making some Onaki. If we wanted free bats. But our bless is really not that good, so it's just kind of not worth it. What we should do is get a lab going here and here to make all these little guys, and then in the capital we make the Camazotz. That would be smarter. But yeah, I suppose we may as well make some dudes. Blood Bowl has not turned up almost anything, so that's delightful. So that would be really helpful if it did. Alright. You know, always attrition. We're never going to have one of these that's flawless, I don't think. Although that was pretty damn close. One Scorpion died. That's pretty close. We butchered him. See how nice Scales is? Just never get tired of Scales. Oh my god, we got an Earth Death Guide. I forgot about that. Okay, just make Sacred Scorpions. Basically forever. Anyone we get with Earth Death can just make it forever at this rate. Yeah, I mean, they're not going to be amazing. We already know that. They just have blur, and they get heroism. That's kind of about it. But they're a very good scorpion anyways. And we have packs of scorpions, so why wouldn't I just throw them in there? I think we probably also can make... See, this is why we need labs elsewhere. I think we can get an A-Jaw Conic and another Scorpion Tamer. And why don't we do have a lot of 2 deaths. Man, Horde of Skeleton spam is gonna be good. Let's get you here, you here. Good, 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 good. Hey, found Smolder Stone. Oh no, we lost a Scorpion Trainer. Ouch. There's gonna be a lot of Scorpions hanging out there now. We're down to 4 Sun Guides. Oh, we must have left some somewhere. Shit. I guess you could search. Right, so this pack's still good and strong. We want to just wrap up all these things. This, however, okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Oh no, this pack has the 4. Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, I mean, we could build a fort here, and that's pretty good. It's right above Pyrene, however. Oh. That's a lot of Beck rides. Okay. Do I want to stand here? I think we should bump up the PD at least. But, we can take other things first before we build a palisade there. Yeah, I feel like he's going to go to war pretty quick. I think he's going to get quite upset with me. Didn't happen this turn, though. No blood slave. Come on, we got to get some blood slaves. Okay. Okay. Misfortune. So, oh, that's right, we need a temple as well. We can make its though. Can make its because they're not priests or Kamazats, actually, interestingly enough. Okay. So, we can make Kamazats anywhere with just a lab. So So what's my capital only? Well, the Anarchy and the Akinkanek, which is Fire 2, Earth 1, Death. Yeah, this is what we really want. They're old, though. Quite old. 103 from 90. These guys are going to die off in droves. But they are a lot more usable. But the Camazotz all are young-ish, and all can spam Horde of Skeletons. Like, if I want to just win the game, just make a lot of Camazotz and win the game. That's sort of where we're at. Katis still operating? I mean, what's happening to Katis? They're still here. I am rocketing upwards in province and army size. But I'm not doing well with Dominion. That's true. We always struggle with that. We'll get there. Uktika, I think, was doing blood bowls and now has run out of blood. Unless he has like a Veil ownership thing or something, which he must. I mean, Katis doesn't have that normally, so I'm not sure how he got it, but there might be a lot of bugs going on. Okay. Yeah, okay. The heavy cav, as always, and heavy infantry. It's a tougher one. You know, when we're going up against quality units, we're going to struggle. Going up against chaff with just commanders sitting in the back like Dumbos, we do a lot better. But that's what we're hoping to solve with the Sacred Scorpions, if I can get enough of them. That is true, like we're going to have even less Camazotz. Or we even have less Earth Death. Because the Camazotz are 4, so maybe you should do this. Just to try to get some more Earth Death. Blood hunting ain't easy, man. Okay, so he is here. Yeah, okay. Cast. Blessing, blessing. Blessing, blessing. Cast spells. Stay behind troops. Hold and attack rear. We want to separate out the sacreds, though. Hold and attack. No, maybe the other way around. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm freezing up. I'm not sure. Balm and scorpions. Sacred scorpions. So on and so forth. Good, good. Yeah, we still got plenty of troops, but kind of button heads now. I guess go for this. You got Erd right here. Owned by Pyrene. We got Katis down here, and then we got Val here. But on the flip side of this discussion, we have a throne here, we have a throne here, we have a throne here, and we have a throne here. What we'd want, I suppose, we should take Gladewood. Then we have a connection on all 4 if we don't go to war. And this is a pretty easy one from the looks of it. This is a pretty easy one from the looks of it. This one, a little bit trickier with the Jade Maidens and the Warrior Illusions. But yeah, theoretically, this isn't going to be that long of a game, and I've said that many times, and we've been wrong so many times. But especially with Horde of Skeleton, like as soon as I get Horde of Skeleton, it's basically over. Ooh, that one we lost. I'm not quite sure why, but yeah, that's a lot of arrows. 62 cavalry with short bows. Gonna do a number on us. Well, that sucked. Come how? Come how? And yeah, old age is a son of a bitch, man. Yeah, it's gonna be another like 4 turns or so. And Pyrene declared war. And probably destroyed that palisade I just started building. No, they attacked the underground spot. Yep, they took Gehenna, apparently, even though it says it's independent, so they must have lost it immediately to a troglodyte uprising. It's pretty funny. What's not funny is is this. 460 Beck rides. Right here, right now, on top of my face. Yeah, I don't really have... Okay, yeah. Or like a supplementary force, really. It's close. Enchantment 5 is close. We could start mobilizing, but then it takes longer, so we have to wait. Just wait. Did not end up with many Earth death. That is really slim pickings. He attacked Gold Mountains. That's probably where that spot is. Yep, this will be interesting. He attacked with basically nothing, and I had my entire army in position. Yeah, that didn't really... Well, we didn't have any deaths. But, He popped out of Glade Woods. Or no, he was... Right. Well, shit. Okay. We'll divide and conquer then. Once I get Horde of Skeletons, all our Death 2 mages are probably just going to go take all the thrones. But I might need them to win the war against Pyrene. That was a little bit more painful. A little bit more painful. Yeah, not as many as I'd like. Of the sacred scorpions. Those are tricky to come by. Katis has really not been dominating, even though he can theoretically make 100 Daughters of Abretus and thug everything out, but that's maybe a bit tricky for AI. But he definitely made one, so there's that. Are we looking? This turn, huh? Okay, in that case, I probably can pull off all the, Death 2 guys. Yeah. Pretty sizable number. I mean, if you don't have any flyers, it's really hard for the AI independence, especially to deal with that. It'd be a lot trickier if any of these thrones were, well, different, I suppose. You know, like a Watcher Monolith throne or something, but Amazons, Jade Maidens, things like that. The Warrior Illusions, yeah, a little bit. And we probably would like... I don't know what he's doing exactly here, and this really has me worried, because he will decimate me. I don't know why he'd wait for me to build a palisade. But that does seem to be what he's doing. Can't believe I lose 3 guys, including a sacred to that bullshit. Alright, I have 86 blood slave. What am I doing with blood? You know, what am I doing, really? I can bind the beast bats, but I get 3, and it's just... I think it's just kind of a waste of my time. I mean, eventually, blood does get kind of better stuff, sort of, but it's just, much like EA Abyssia, I feel like you can just ignore this shit completely. So just cool it. Yeah, let's just take this one together. We'll do Horde of Skeleton spam and with our Divine Blessed. I worry about this plan. He's got too much. He's got too many units. Irene, he's slightly below me. But if he doom stacks it, I mean, that crushes. You know, paper takes rock. I'm pretty iffy on this. I don't want to overcommit to one's... I don't want to split too much. But if he comes up out of Erd... Yeah, you know, if he comes up out of Erd, then so be it. He already has Erd. I'm not gonna... We need to just hold off as much as we can and stall. Well, he did attack Blade Woods right after I left it. So there's that. But now we have a palisade here. So that's good. Which means that I can safely... Yeah, alright, we'll split again. Alright, and then this is attacking here. So, let's see. We want the guys, the Horde of Skeleton spam to be pretty far up front. Because we don't want all our flyers to die. And I can only hold the flyers off for so long. So we need to have, like, pretty quick contact with the enemy. But we also don't want to lose all our Kamazots in one fucking battle. So, you know, this is the tricky part. So I wish we had line formations, but can't do that with a scorpion. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, okay. Attacked us in the Mighty Pillar with a very small force. No problem. And then the Deep Forest. Let's take a look. See how disastrous it was. So hopefully the skeletons are going to eat the lances from the Jade Maidens. That's the real... Nope, that kind of happened. Ouch. That wasn't ideal, but that's not bad. Okay, there's a lot of pain happening. Yep, right there. There you go. Routed. Easy. Ah, you fox. You ran right into it. Oh, that was painful. 66 Xibalba guards, 19 sun guides, 18 scorpions. I wouldn't have won with Horde of Skeletons only, though. We know that. Jade Maidens are just really nasty. 18 defense. And the Lizards have 12 defense, 23 hit points. Yeah. But we got it. We got him. Alright, get me a Connect here. Get me a Connect here. They'll roll out with a couple more Camazotz. Yeah, whatever Camazotz we can spare. Boy, am I glad those troglodytes took over there. Because obviously the AI didn't prioritize that as highly. But I still am not quite sure what he's doing. Might be a war with Tahuya. That is possible. Alright, let's claim a throne. Do a little searching. That'll be good. Tahuya declares war. That gets more complicated then. Found an enchanted tower. Yeah, lost the Sacred Scorpion. I imagine they're... No, they're not faster. We just lost a lot of scorpions. Probably due to these boulders or something. It is a larger target. Okay. Lair of a hideous troll has been found. Okay. And we lost in Glade Woods from a disease. Leaving quite a lot of things here. Great. Well, yeah, so obviously this is about to happen. That's probably not going to make much of a difference. But maybe it dissuades him for a moment. Alright, we got the throne here. We're not at war with Val, so I'm just going to leave it. Hope for the best. But we do need to get reinforced here. Which is what we were hoping to do here. You and you. Go here. You and you. Go here. 113 more. So I guess we could just load the Camazotz up. I don't have that many Camazotz, unfortunately. And they can only handle 10. So not really. Fine. Make a fucking Ajaw Connect. Damn Tahuya. Can't we be friends? I want to be friends with the centaurs. Nope, he attacked World Pillar. We couldn't dissuade him enough. Yeah, so that was 200 PD. They got a total of 5 kills on him. Presumably because they just walked in and attacked, but it's hard to say. Also, we lost that commander who was on patrol because I'm dumb. Yeah, I mean, he's got these tomahawks, which is fucking vicious. The ranged tomahawk spam. Is that what that must have been what we did. Oh no, we had the archers, didn't we? We did the archers. I don't remember what the fuck we did. Feels like an eternity ago. Oh, we did the northern lances, that's right, with the harpoons and the nets. Yeah. Which is not bad either. But 17 slashing on those 2 tomahawks coming in is quite painful. And slashing is generally better than piercing, especially against our guys, because we're not very well armored. This is not a good war for us. Yeah, I really didn't want you to make another one. I really didn't want you to make another one. And yet here we are now. The only thing that might save us is Horde of Skeletons, but I don't have that many Camazotz yet, so it's kind of hard to say. Also, the fact that Erd is just kind of waiting for me to move. This is why fighting wars on 2 fronts is not great, historically. $100 units. But he's about to breach. And I have no commander to break the siege with. Fuck. Okay, I mean, I feel like I'm about to throw some troops away there, but there's not much else I can do. I could start besieging Pyrene, but that doesn't seem like a great option either. I should try to go for peace. Peace is the option. I don't think I can do this. Oh no, they wouldn't allow me to do that. Okay. Val declares war on me. And took 2 provinces. Alright, I think we're pretty fucked. Our god just arrived, but that doesn't do anything for me. Fucking Archangels. Invulnerable 15, Awe 3, Shock Fire Resistant Flyers with Spirit Sight, and 31 slashing damage Judicator Swords. 18 protection, 30 hit points. What the fuck? We also lost the war at World Pillar. We successfully defended our fortress somehow. That's amazing. And then a barbarian horde out of Undras. So we lost that to barbarians. Alright. Yeah, I think we lose. Well, I think it would be a lot longer of a process. Well, I mean, he did rate Xibalba as hard. And I don't think that's an exaggeration. You do not have great troops. By and large. And, yeah, let me just see if I can see what anyone else has said about EA Xibalba. I've gone through multiple playthroughs as the Bats, but I just cannot seem to get good expansion early, having to resort to mass Scorpion spam, which is super gold heavy and not the most effective. But the main problem is I have no idea late. What I should do is I tend to just stagnate by year 4 to 5 as my sacred armies get wiped often, and I don't have the blood income to mass into vampires yet to swap to summons as I have too little land. I do not like playing with death scales as Blood Nation, so any other ideas would be great, as I love the faction itself. EA Xibalba is a blood and death nation, with blood being primary. They have some OP sacred blood summons that you can get early, prioritize those, and spam them out. Also focus on Enchantment 3 as an early research target after Blood 3 for the Bat summons. Enchantment 3 gets you minor Skelly spam, and then go for Enchantment 5 for Horde of Skeletons. You get cheap mages, and mages are the strength of this nation. Camazotz are pretty much legendary as being one of the most efficient death and blood mages there is. On top of all that, all units are cheap and easily spammed out of forts every turn. They have a lot of stealth units too. Stealthy flying raiders with insane map movement make for some extremely OP raiding potential. EA Xibalba is a bit tricky to play for a new player because you really need to know how to build a blood economy early. Read up on some guides for that. Also, having a great bless is key as well. Right. So just, yeah. It's really not... we keep getting into this. We keep getting into these non-scale nations. And I don't think anyone is... We went fucking max scales, and it's just... It's the sort of thing, it's like, you know, people don't like playing... really good players, don't like playing against AI because you can just build, like, a super combatant or a thug, or, you know, something like that can just wipe out their whole armies, and it's just like you're one guy. And we're basically on the other side of that right now. Like, we can build an insane amount of this shit, but it's all just chaff. He's got like fucking archangels out there and stuff, and you got Katis with the daughter of the cosmos, and the centaurs with their tomahawks are just gonna shred everything I got. You know, stuff like that. Like, it's all just shreddable. What I like about scales is being able to build a shit ton of really good quality units. That's where I feel my strength. Having scales to build a metric shit ton of shit units is not the same effect. I mean, that being said, it's like, it's kind of interesting, and you know, I said EA Mictlan is a nation that forces you to play blood, but honestly, I don't think EA Xibalba is that far off. I think the initial assessment and that initial run we had was probably much more correct. Yeah, we struggled with money a bit more, but our bless was pretty nuts, and really we just had to be a lot smarter about like getting mages going, getting the exact research we needed, and getting the blood economy going. And I don't know, I feel like an Awake expander might help, and he did have a couple recommendations for Awake expanders. The Teteo Inan or the Hunbalam, and you would still get a pretty good bless with that, with hard skin, regeneration, blood bond, attack skill. I mean, we wouldn't get as much of a good bless, but man, oh man, his scales were... Well, I mean, the Teteo Inan really wasn't that bad. Turmoil 2, Sloth 2, Heat 2, Growth 1, Luck 2, Drain 2. Although the other recommendation he had for expander had Order 0, Sloth 2, Heat 2, Growth 2, Misfortune 2, Drain 1. Reign of Jaguar. Is that was that a conjuration thing? No. Summon Balam. No, it's not gonna be. It's be a blood thing. Reign of Jaguars. 6 blood, 2 fire, 40 blood slaves. You get 14 Ozelotls. +1 for every extra level the caster has. And he says, yeah, excellent Reign of Jaguar caster with fire 4, blood 9. Again, I'm not exactly sure if it counts every extra level. But if it did, you know, that's an extra 5. You get 19 Ozelotls with every cast. Yeah. And that's the idea, you know. You have incredibly strong Sacreds. So you want an incredibly strong Bless. But it's just a little different because your Sacreds are not recruited. They are summoned through blood. And so, yeah, if you have 200 Blood Slaves a turn, because you've got this all figured out, then, you know, you can be cranking these Jaguars out. You can also be spending 100 a turn contacting Anaquis constantly to get bats. But I don't know how you, like, maintain all that, because he says you should be aim for 200 to 300 blood slaves per turn in mid-game by blood hunting in any but the most valuable provinces with 4K plus population. So that means that I am to assume that you're basically taking... You're blood hunting in every province you have. Well, not everyone, but most of your provinces you're blood hunting. And I just don't know how you protect all these blood... Like, maybe it's different in multiplayer. Like, I've never played it. I really have no frame of reference. Maybe people in general are not as ridiculous as AI when it comes to just, I'm going to declare war on you. I'm going to declare war on you. But in Val's case here, it's like, why would he not declare war on me? Especially if he knows that I'm at war with 2 other nations on the other side of him. It's like, that's exactly when you declare war. And it's like, you can't ford up every spot, especially with terrible scales. Like, you cannot afford that with gold. Like, it's just no way. And especially, you're talking about, you know, very vulnerable in the early game and being very hard to, like, expand because you don't have all your big blood economy, you don't have all your huge sacreds online. Like, yeah, I mean, difficulty hard is fucking right. I'm not sure. I'm not, like, really upset or anything with what we did. This is a vanilla nation, so I know that it's balanced and everything, or to a degree. I'm sure there's a lot more discussion about EA Xibalba. It's probably been in Dominions for quite a while. But again, it's a very kind of new playstyle to me, to be honest. We really have not done that much with blood. And we still haven't done much with blood. I tried to fight it. I tried to, you know, jerk the other way and go, no, give me my scales. But, no, I mean, I'm tempted to just play Xibalba again and do another third run where we really try to get blood going. But I feel like it's gonna be a situation where it's like, do the AI declare war on me? If yes, you lose the game. If no, you win the game. Like, that's basically it. Because it's like, what's going to happen is like, okay, I'll do the blood thing and be like, oh yeah, blood, because this is cool. I'm getting blood. I'm all over the place with blood. We're doing the blood. And we're getting sacreds. And then I get enchantment 5 and it's like, oh, well, you know, I have like 100 Kamazots now. I think we can just win. and no one's declared war on me, so I'm just going to take all these thrones. And then it's like, did I really learn anything from that? So it's tough. But it's just like, you know, I got like 300 plus hours in the game, and that's basically nothing in the grand scheme of things. So in the next 300 hours, we're going to come across some other blood nation, especially if I keep doing random nations. There's going to be plenty of other blood nations. And so over time, I'll become more familiar with the blood economy. I'll become more comfortable doing blood hunting. I'm at the point where I understand it. Like, I understand all the mechanics behind it. It's just, I kind of resist doing it. Because it's still, like, it still goes with my initial assessment. Of just, like, I feel like blood nations just have to do a lot more work to achieve the same result as, like, a Scales nation. But, I mean, I don't know. Because it's like, I feel like if Xibalba gets up there, massive blood economy and just summoning dozens and dozens of Ocelotls with a fucking Hell Bless on them, that would be really hard to stop. But, again, like, playing multiplayer, I don't know how you have EA Xibalba in-game as your neighbor, and you're not just like, well, I'm gonna fucking kill him. Right? But every war is costly, I suppose, and the AI does not consider that at all. So, yeah, you know, sometime I'll just have to play multiplayer, but I am slowly trying to get people to play. I have now technically recruited 5 different people into actually owning Dominion 6. So maybe someday I'll get some multiplayer experience. But yeah, I mean, playing co-op with Lego against AI isn't really multiplayer experience at all. So anyways, yeah, EA Xibalba. We're gonna end it here. I think we're gonna move on to some other random nation because there's just so many. I'm glad we got to touch upon another vanilla one. I do think we have to enable or disable mirror point, because that seems to be breaking some stuff with vanilla. I don't know why that would be exactly, but that's fine. It's probably fine. It's probably for the best. I mean, although to be fair, it's not like Katis really did much with it, and it's not like I recruited the one Sekiro commander that I had access to. So I guess it doesn't matter that much, but we'll avoid any stuff like that. All right, yeah. We have not won a game in quite a while now. I feel like I might be actively getting worse at Dominions. So that's it's not good. But, you know, there's always next time. So, my name is Mangg. Game you're watching has been Dominion 6, and I'll see you fine folks around.